Is this the biggest arm wrestling match of all time? Auntie Liz, people are talking about this being the biggest arm wrestling match of all time. Devon No Limits Larratt versus the Georgian Hulk, Levan Saginashvili. The beast, he is a beast of a man, but Devon is coming in the biggest we've ever seen him.
He needs to be big for this match. Oh, do you know what? I don't really care about arm wrestling that much, but I do care about this matchup. I do think this is very exciting. And
Liz isn't into arm wrestling like I am. I mean, I'm doing arm wrestling every week. I train in the gym, have a separate arm wrestling session, and then I'm arm wrestling at the club on the weekend. And unfortunately for Liz, she has to suffer with arm wrestling being on in the background quite a lot. So you've actually learnt quite a lot.
I was like, oh, wow versus pow. And then I surprised myself. I thought, oh, I actually know some stuff about arm wrestling. But I think I care more about this because we've spent some time with Devon and we've got to know him. I kind of consider him a friend.
last year I got to train with Devon. I'm not talking about arm wrestling. We did a conditioning session together for his boxing match with Thor.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's fair to say he's in much more familiar territory this time round, going against another beast. I mean, Thor's a big beast, but that was boxing. He is arm wrestling this time. Is going to be a much more familiar situation for him. This
is his comfort zone.
It is. And with the boxing, he was the one really initiating the sell, if you like.
I am stepping in for Eddie Hall, and I'm fighting the mountain. Oh my God.
The one that was creating the buzz. And he's really done the same with these two. Levan has been very quiet. Levan,
man of few words.
But he is a beast. Just physically, you look at this guy, his wrists are like my forearms.
Well, we met him as well, didn't we, last year?
One of his fingers is like two of mine. And I have big hands.
Yeah.
I remember shaking this guy's hand and just thinking, I feel like a little boy.
Yeah.
You know, he is an imposing figure.
And we've seen him on the likes of Larry Wheels and with Michael Todd and them testing his strength. And we know this guy is freakishly strong, isn't he?
Well, I think from most people watching, you've got to kind of, even with Devon doing his pumpkin training and getting bigger and coming in the biggest he's ever been, I think when you talk about just strength, Levan is the favourite. And I think the purest arm wrestlers out there would probably still have Levan as the favourite.
Okay.
Now, I like both these guys, but I must admit I am a Devon fan. His enthusiasm for the sport is infectious, and he draws people in. It's been a pleasure to get to know him, and you know, I've been lucky enough to go on the table against him, train in that training session that we had together, and he's a great guy, but he is a master of mind games.
And yes, I was going to say, has Levan ever dealt with someone like Devon before?
I mean, how many Devons are there?
Wow, that's true.
I don't think many people do. And when you kind of look through Devon's history of arm wrestling, he does get into the head of a lot of his opponents.
Some people beat before they get to the table.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't feel qualified to do a prediction on this, so I'm going to leave that to you.
Well,
I want Devon to win.
Yeah, I guess it's not really a prediction because, you know, I'm not an arm wrestling expert like I am with Strongman.
No.
I can read Strongman very, very well. Now, arm wrestling, I'm a novice in terms of arm wrestling. So, like most of us, you'll get your own opinion. For me, I do feel that Levan is the favourite. I think he's got the sheer power. I think he can pretty much go anywhere, and he's going to be the stronger man. The question is, and I think this is a question we're going to see a lot of sort of arm wrestling experts talking about, and you know, the question we've all got to wait and see what happens on the table. Devon is someone that is going to do absolutely whatever it takes to win.
Yes.
He's a competitive man. He's not afraid of confrontation, and he's going to mess around. He's going to kind of use every trick in the book to try and drain Levan before they've even started.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty convinced of a few things. Every single round is going to go to a strap.
Okay.
They're going to, you know, use all that time in between to just try and drain his opponent. He's going to be moving. He's going to be awkward. He's going to be making the referee set him up. The referee's going to have the hardest job in the building.
Yeah, it's going to suck for the ref.
It really is. But I think once they get into the strap eventually, Devon's going to have tried so much to drain Levan before they even pull.
Will he have drained himself?
This is the question. I've seen a lot of people talking about this.
Oh, okay.
And people are talking about Devon also coming in the biggest he's ever been.
Yeah.
When you are not used to being that weight,
It's not
his
always...
own endurance may not be as good as people expect.
Yeah.
You know, when he's a 250, 240, 260 even pounder, which was big for him, you know, he was extremely good when it comes to the endurance. As that weight increases, it's not nice carrying that extra weight. I mean, I know from Strongman, but it could be... Yeah, it could be detrimental to him. So I don't know what the kind of weigh-in's going to be, but people have said he's coming in massive. If he comes in too big, trying to match power with power, I think it could be a problem. But that's just my opinion. I think it's going to come down to a lot of tactics. Like I said, power, the stuff we've seen that Levan does is just mental.
It's weird.
I mean, just weird strength.
Yeah, it's freaky strength.
I remember Neil Pickup talking about Andy Black being a weirdo. This guy is a weirdo.
I hope that doesn't get lost in translation.
Anyway, I'm going to stick with Levan taking the win. As much as I love Devon, and I think it would be great for arm wrestling if he won, because so many people watch him and support him, and I would love to see it.
And I think, you know, I think arm wrestling has a lot to thank Larry Wheels for in terms of the growth of the sport, but Devon too, and his social media presence, and guys like Michael Todd. And
there's so many. There's so many guys now that are
really
focusing on arm wrestling, and I enjoy watching it. You watch it sometimes.
Yeah, it's fun. Like, I like these big matchups. I don't like the YouTube videos that we have on available with a 2-hour talk about it.
I've managed to get you excited about an arm wrestling match, so I hope everyone watching is excited about it. I'm sticking with my prediction. I think Levan's going to win.
I'm gonna actually do a prediction. I'm just going to say Devon to be different to you.
Excellent. Well, which side? It could be Liz versus Loz at this rate. Come on.
You've got no chance.
Tell people where they can watch, what they should be doing, all that stuff.
Okay, so it's going to be on Core Sports on Saturday. It is live, 8 p.m. UK time. I must say, Core Sports, they're very good for the UK audience. But on the screen, we have some other time zones as well. So you can check and see what it will be local to you. We're going to do a live watch party. Now, this isn't obviously us showing anything. We would not do that. We're not going to rip off the stream or anything like that. But we're going to go live watching it, aren't we? So if you don't have any arm wrestling friends and you feel a little bit lonely, you can have Levan and Devon there and Liz and Loz there. So we're going to have a little watch party.
Yeah, come and join us if you are free. We'd love to have you join us. And let us know below who you think is going to win. Can Devon do the impossible and beat the monster? Or will Levan just rip through Devon's arm? That's what people are saying, you know. It's so split when you look at the polls and you kind of read the comments. Some people are like, Levan's going to trash him. He's just going to go through him like it's nothing. Other people are saying Devon is going to drain him. Probably lose the first couple of rounds. And then suddenly he's going to find that weakness. The arm's going to get weaker. And he's going to take him.
It's not the only matchup of the night, is it? But
there is 3 matches going on. It's going to be a fun night of arm wrestling.
We have to wait to the end.
King of the Table 4. This is the first time, I believe, no Larry Wheels arm wrestling at King of the Table, but obviously he is heavily involved, and he's the reason King of the Table is happening. So make sure you go and check out Larry's videos.
Make sure you buy the live stream and the link in the description below as well. And make sure you join us.
Yeah. See you on Saturday night, guys. And as always, like, share and subscribe to the channel.